Hey guys, welcome to Untouchable Reality Podcast, episode 23. Yes, we are episode 23. We doing big things. Shout out to my boy Paul King. That interview's still going off. Over 24K views. That's really lit. That's what's up. The streets love you out here. They watching. It's a lot of things going on in our community. Oh my God, like this is so crazy. All of this stuff going on, from Biden's son being arrested to federal gun charges, from from young thug lawyer being arrested because basically he don't want to implicate the person who gave him the information on who basically who gave the information about the witness and a judge having a meeting. And I feel like I don't think that he should be arrested for that, because at the end of the day, that's his resources. Why would he give away his resources? And I applaud him from standing on business. Let's give a round of applause to young thug lawyer for standing on business, because at the end of the day, people will try to push you, into doing things that you really don't have to do. And I feel like these are one of these cases. I don't feel like, by law that he should be arrested for that, but they're always gonna find something, the tiniest thing in the law that could back them, so they don't seem like they're wrong or whatever the situation is. But you know, like I said, that's what's up. He's standing on business. He's what he's supposed to be doing. 20 days in a jail with him, and they putting them together, right? They said they was letting him do the jail. Well, his 20 days with the Young Thug in the cell. That's what they said, but I don't know. So either way, it is what it is. That's his lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he doesn't have to. He shouldn't have to tell. Like I said again, he shouldn't have to give his resources. That should be between him and whoever let him know. Why would I help you do your job? You find out who told me. You know? You know what I'm saying? So either way with me, I'm on his side. Oh my God, Jesus Lord. Yeah, so we got that going on. We got shout out to Martin, Martin Lawrence. I was able to meet him, take a picture, at I was at the Brooklyn Chop House. Matter of fact, I was able to meet him. I was able to take a picture with him. You know, that was really like a great moment because we all grew up watching Martin Lawrence and stuff. So just seeing him, and he's healthy. It was a whole bunch of rumors. He cleared that up. He said there was nothing wrong with him. He's good. And that's why I always tell people, like, stop believing everything you hear. You know what I'm saying? Make sure when you hear something that you go do your homework. You know what I'm saying? So you could know that you're not just engaging in something that's probably not even true. A lot of people do that. Somebody say something about somebody, they automatically jump on what that person says. No, because everything people say is not the truth. There's a lot of bitter people out here. There's a lot of hurt people out here. There's a lot of broken people out here. There's a lot of mad people out here. So you can't always listen to what people say. And come on, we grown. Everybody should know that by now. That's not something we just learned. We learned that back in damn like public school. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers is grown right now. We shouldn't sit here and listen to everything that we hear. We should do our own research, do our own homework, so we know that it could be accurate. Because there's a lot of people that be lying on people's character out here too. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't deal with you the way they wanted to deal with you. So now they out there telling people you a fucked up person, you a messed up person, just because they couldn't deal with you the way they wanted to deal with you. So again, we have to make sure that, the things that we hear is accurate. Because you could be missing out on so much opportunity thinking one way about a person, and the whole time, this person is mad cool or this person is mad real and things like that. Me personally, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, we should all have, our mind should be a little bit more expand We shouldn't have so much, so that tiny peanut brain that we have to sit around and just listen to the things we hear and we didn't even do our homework on it. You know what I'm saying? Our minds should be grown now to the point where, we should be evolved enough to the point where we could tell certain things for ourselves or we find out certain things for ourselves. But I see, like, in this day and age, in the community that we grew up in, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people be mad at me because I'm real. It might, things I might say, it might not even about you, be about you, but you might fall under that category. And now you offended. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about you, but being that you fall under that category and you're offended, that should let you know. That should further let you know that you're not comfortable with the truth. And if you're not comfortable with the truth, remove yourself out that category. Change who you are. If you're not comfortable and that type of person, I don't care, you got to be the type of person and say, I don't care, because people going to speak real shit, and that real shit might not be about you, but it might affect you, because like I said again, you felt into that category. And now people walking around mad, or, you know what I'm saying, because you said something that, pertains to them. And that's how the world works. That's not being an adult, though. I don't feel like that's being an adult. I feel like being an adult, we should be able to speak how we feel, and even if we get offended by it, we should know in our hearts, okay, I don't have no power with this person. This can't be towards me. But people's minds are not that strong enough to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So those are the people that I know are weak, and I stay away from them. That's it. Because I don't got time to be explaining things that I say. And that's another reason why, like, I don't know if I could be, like, really famous like that. Because they're going to be kicking me off of everything. They're going to be taking all my endorsements away. They're going to be, they going to be doing, you think they did Kanye dirty? You should see how they going to do me if I get too famous, okay? Because I don't think I could have a filter on my mouth. Because I can't, I can't feel a certain way and not express myself because someone's going to be offended. No. Because the things that people are offended about, they need to really hear. Those are the things that people need to really hear. Do you agree? Right? Right. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? So, as adults, we should know that we don't have to take everything to the heart. And if like I said again, if we don't like what's being said and you fit in that category, then remove yourself from the category, because obviously you're not comfortable with who you are. If somebody could say something to offend you, and it's not even about you though. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Because I'm going to always be me. I'm going to always speak how I feel. This is called In Touch with Reality Podcast. I'm going to always speak how I feel. I'm going to always say what I want to say. I don't care about the fame and making it to a whole bunch of these levels, because people be making it to all these levels and they still don't be happy. Okay, so those levels don't mean anything to me. I'm comfortable. I can always do better, and I'm good. I'm always be good. So I don't have to be the best person in the world. I'm fine with who I am. And if I want to expand my horizons, and if I want to work towards more things in my life that's going to help me grow and become a more powerful person, then that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to sit and be mad or complain about something or be upset because I felt in a category that somebody was keeping it real about. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree with that? Right. And there's a lot of people that, you know what else I'm seeing going on? Like, a lot of people be throwing subs and they be saying they funny shit. But see, I'm going to tell you a person, like, if you ain't saying my name, then you ain't talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got something to say to somebody, when I'm talking on my gram and I'm putting up posts, that's how I feel as a whole, like in general. It's not really towards anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Now, certain things, I ain't gonna lie. I might say a little one or two things that be towards somebody who don't shade to me, but I try to catch myself because I don't really want to engage in that type of energy. I feel like that right now I'm evolving into a very powerful person, and I have to practice everything I preach. And I'm trying to preach positivity, so I don't really want to engage into certain things with people who's broken and people who's angry, and no matter how much you try to show a person love, they don't want to accept it because they're just not happy with who they are. So I just remove myself from those certain situations either, and now I'm just Stevie Wonder to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, lately I just been I've been doing my thing. Give me a round of applause for that. That I've been doing my thing. Let me get a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of people in this world need people to tell them that they doing their thing and to keep them on their feet and let them know they doing good. But I don't need nobody to tell me that. I know I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? And you know why I know I'm doing good? Because they mad. I'm doing good because they be mad. You know. And it's not, and we all are human. We all pay attention to certain things. And I pay attention to certain things, and I see how people interact with me and engage with me, and I see the people who act funny, and they and it's all good, because guess what? I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. I'm gonna continue to do what I do. You gonna continue to be mad, and it is what it is. And God is gonna continue to bless me. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say, a lot of people be wondering why they going through certain things and they can't shake certain things, and that's because of your heart, the type of person you are. Just because people can't identify it who's on the outside. Some people can't, because me, I identifies it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's certain people that can't identify certain things, and meanwhile I'm the type of person that catch everything. But God, like I said, God sees everything, and he's gonna bless you according to that. So like I said before, when you think you're in the dark doing things, or you think you're moving funny, or you think you got hate towards somebody in your heart, and when things ain't working out for you the way you want it to work out for you, and you keep finding yourself in that same position, then just know that that's God. Okay, he's doing that because of your heart. Remember that. And it's real shit. Cause I can't count how many times God blessed me. I stay blessed. Even when I'm having a bad day, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? So Nikki was on the Shade Room today, and I like Nikki, even though sometimes I'll be like, Nikki, come on, stop. Like, you starting now. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with Nikki, and, I love her music. I don't know her personally as a person, but I was looking on the Shade Room, and I see that a lot of people are antagonizing her. They're talking about she's on drugs, she's this, she's that. And at the end of the day, and that's the problem with our community these days. Instead of people, giving her prayers or trying to help her, or, and asking God to bless her and help her, people are just so evil and mean, and the things that's being said, that, okay, she's on drugs, but let's not think about that she's on drugs. Let's think about why she's on drugs. Let's think about what the things that she's probably going through, like, because she's human, just like everybody else. Let's think about the pressure she probably have on herself, and it's hard to describe to people sometimes, because you don't want them to look at you differently. You don't know what's going on, and I just feel like when things are going on with people, instead of you antagonizing them and cursing them out, and putting all these bad remarks and comments under their posts, I feel like we should speak more kindness and try to find out the issue, and trying to find out a way that we can help, even if it's with your good words and your uplifting words, because at the end of the day, we all human. We all could break at any moment, and never forget that. We all could break at any moment. It doesn't matter how much money. And that's what things been showing us about celebrities lately. A lot of things came to light when it comes to the famous life, the celebrity life. Just because you're famous and you're a celebrity doesn't mean you're not gonna go through things. The president's son is arrested. Okay, the president who leads our country, his son is arrested. So if the president's son could be arrested, that goes to show that no one's above law. No one should never be. Was he arrested or was he was caught on the charge? He was arrested, right? No, he was brought up on. He was found guilty for the charges. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. He was found guilty for the charges. For the federal the charges for the guns, and I feel like, that should show people, like, no matter what, everybody want to be this person and want to be famous and want to be that person and that bitch and that nigga, but at the end of the day, that's not gonna make the problems go away. You understand what I'm saying? You still gotta face reality and face problems. So we should stop worshiping people according to their success, because certain people that we're worshiping aren't even good people. They're really not. They put on this persona that they're good people, but they're not. So we should stop worshiping certain people and giving them glory. We should be worshiping God. That's who we should be worshiping. We look at these people like they're our idols, and we look up to them, and we never know what they're going through in their private lives. And again, that's not up to us to bash them, or, we can have our opinions, like, that was wrong, or, I don't approve of that. But when you start, trying to hurt people that's already hurt, because that's what they are. They're hurt already. So when you try to hurt people that's already hurt, then that defines your character. And I'm working on that also, as a person, because, it's people that's hurt and they're miserable and they're angry and they're upset. And, I'm not even trying to be funny. It is. Those are all demons that we have to get rid of. Those are demons that's taking over us, because you know why? We don't pray. We don't ask God to remove certain things out of our life, certain people out of our life. And when we don't do that, then we expose ourselves to demons. Drinking is a demon. Smoking is a demon. Partying is a demon. Cursing is a demon. Sex is a demon if it's used in the wrong way. It's a lot of demons that we have as a community, and we're not seeing that because people don't want to face reality. They don't want to face what's real, and they don't want to face the fact that we have to do better as a community. It's not just one person that can make this change. I could talk my mouth off for years and centuries, but if people don't want to change and people want to still be who they are, then that's who they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It gets real difficult because when you become closer to God and you become conscious, a lot of things irritate you. Because when you're full of love and then you see when you're trying to project your love onto others and they don't want to accept that, they rather hate and they rather be angry and they rather be miserable, then that really shows you that you're really facing some demons in this world. And that's what make me stay prayed up, for real, because when I see that, like, damn, I'm being really kind to this person, I'm being nice, I'm showing them that, like, I don't got nothing against them, I don't have no problems against them, and they don't want to accept that. This is a very evil person, and you have to really stay prayed up so people like that can't affect you in no type of way. There's a lot of people out here that want you to carry them. I'm not carrying nobody. We all have the same hours in a day. We all have the same life, and we could do whatever we put our minds to. If you be lazy and you don't want to get nothing done in your life and you just want to be that person that's a slouch and you're 50 years old, then that's on you. Nobody owes you anything. And there's a lot of people that's mad out here and feel like people owe them something. I don't owe nobody nothing. Nobody owes nobody nothing. And when you realize that, you'll stop walking around angry. You owe it to yourself. Would you like a drink? You good? Okay. Like I like people tell me about my podcast. Like sometime when I asked today about my podcast, I'm like, what should I speak about? And they was like, oh, we should talk about, this and this and all the current events that's going on. And that's cool, but I could go to different podcasts and they talking about that same thing. So I told them my podcast is called In Touch with Reality for a reason. Because we're gonna talk about situations and things that people are not comfortable with talking about. We're going to talk about things that make people uncomfortable, because the things that make you uncomfortable makes you better, it makes you grow. It makes you realize that you're not comfortable with that. So let me change that about myself. You know what I'm saying? My podcast is not just about having, you know, interviewing people and celebrities and people who, who's in the industry. And my podcast is also to wake the world up. I'm trying to wake the world up. That's what my podcast is really about. I didn't want to start it off like that, because I have to, draw in people and entertain people first, because that's how the type of world we're in right now. But my podcast is really to wake people up, and I'm talking about things that's gonna make people uncomfortable, things that people may get offended about. But at the end of the day, like I said, if you're offended about it, then maybe that's something that you need to work on as a person, so you don't become offended when someone brings up that subject, that category that you fall in. You know, we're getting too old to be breaking up with, like having arguments with our friends and breaking up. Like we getting too old for people who don't know how to be a friend. Number one, if somebody don't know how to be a friend, that's not my job to show them how to be a friend. You show me what type of friend you are, and if I don't want to deal with that, I'm out. I'm gonna remove myself in that situation. Because I'm not gonna sit here and teach you how to be a friend. Because if I have to teach you how to be a friend, I feel like it's not sincere. I mean, it is people that don't know how to love, or don't know how to be vulnerable, or don't know how to be a friend. But some things that you could try to tell a person something, but some things can't be taught. You understand what I'm saying? However a person feel inside, that's how they feel inside. Whatever they think, that's what they think. And we have to start putting more positive things in our mind, because our minds is what get the best of us. Whether we're in relationships, whether we're in friendships, whether we just on social media, our minds is what get the best of us. Okay? And once we put more positive things in our mind and we get rid of all the negative thoughts, then we'll be so powerful, because you can't let what you think control you. You have to know. And that's something I always say. You have to know. You can't let nothing control you. Okay? Nothing. And to the youth, I would just want to say to the youth, to the people who coming up, the people who's graduating, the people who's doing their thing, just stay focused. Don't get sidetracked by what's going on in the world. Don't ever feel like you're not enough. Don't ever feel like you're not fly enough. Don't ever feel like you don't got enough drip. Always stand out and be who you are, because the real people are going to respect you for that. And that's the people that you want around you. You want the real people around you. You don't want the fake people. You don't never have to be accepted. Stay in your ground. Stand in your own lane. Those who fall in your category and who's like you, they're going to find you and you're going to find them. Never fold under any circumstances. Because in this lifetime, this world will make you fold. And if you're not strong enough, you will fall. So always be strong enough, and always know that, it's okay to be who you are, your own person. No one can never take that away from you. Okay? That next person that you're looking at that got all of this and all of that, they probably had the most miserable life in the world. And you don't know that, because you think because they have this and they have that doesn't mean anything. So let's stop comparing ourselves to others, and let's know who we are, no matter what. Because when if you had $1 million and you were stripped from that $1 million, what person would you be? Like, who would you be? You know, so and to the people who have evolved in life and who is successful, you know, let's make an example for the people who's trying to get to that level. You know, I don't like when people act too big for others. Like, I don't care what level we get on. I mean, in certain situations, certain scenarios, you know, we do have to protect ourselves and we do have to watch the company we keep. But I still feel like, you know, it's okay to give the little people a chance. It's okay to let the little be able to give the little people a voice. The little people, because, you know, that's what, you know, once you get a certain level, that's what people look at you as. Once they get a certain level, that's what they look at you as, the little people. So, you know, the little people. So, you know, I'm just brainstorming some things that was on my mind, you know, and that I feel like that needs to be, you know, spoken about, because again, these are issues that affect our community. And, you know, we want this our community to be a better place. Regardless of what society wants you to think is lit or popping or whatever the situation is, we want our communities to be a better place. You know, we want to feel comfortable. We want to be able to feel accepted. You know, so even if we're not accepted, we still gonna know who we are, and that's what's more. That's the point, and that's what's more powerful. You know, and what else? This clique got me feeling nice. Look, how you pronounce it again? Clicot, clicots, clicats. Yeah, but and y'all, oh yeah, y'all stay tuned. I know I keep saying it, but I want to make things perfect. You know, when I come hard. I'm still shooting my video. I might shoot two, but you know, we're gonna do it big when it's done. You know, so that's coming up. Shout out to my son. He's about to have his prom, his graduation. I'm so excited for him. He's doing it big. He's doing his thing. Like, he came a long way. I remember when I was going to his games and he couldn't even play basketball. You know, and then over the years you be like, oh my God, he got so, you know, so I'm really proud of him. He came a long way, and I could tell this is something he really wanted to do. This is his passion, because he really perfected it. You know, he's getting all type of awards and achievements, and you know, I'm so proud of him. You know, and you know, besides basketball, I always encourage him to have, you know, to finish school and make sure he does something else that's really, you know, whether it's something to help a community, a firefighter, whatever he want to do. You know, I just want him to, you know, also have his backup plan, and I want him to know that even though he do basketball, he can still have his education. He still has to have his education. It's mandatory. You know, it's nothing like a black man with an education. That's very powerful. So I'm gonna always raise him in that way. You know. So yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in. You know, today was just like a general discussion. I always gotta have my moments where, you know, I just get some things off my chest and say how I feel. And I want to thank everybody, you know, for supporting me. Even my event that came up, I'm gonna have another event. So make sure you guys follow the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube, like, comment, share, and you know, I'm watching. I know who with me and I know who's not. So I thank y'all for the love and support, and stay tuned for episode 24, baby. All right, enjoy your day. In Touch with Reality Podcast.